Hey, what's up, guys? Got another review here for Suspiria from 2018. I just watched this again yesterday. I'm a big fan of the first Suspiria. Uh, I really enjoy it. So when I did see this when it came out in theaters, and I remember being kind of disappointed in it, and I think that's only because it's a 2.5 hour movie, and it's just I have a hard time with movies like that if it's not really earning it. And I know a lot of people say this earns that runtime, but I kind of disagree. I think there's a lot of scenes that really don't need to be there. A lot of stuff with like the Cold Wars and backstory stuff that I don't really feel serves the story really at all. That's just my opinion about it, though. But essentially, it follows the same story as the first Suspiria. Dakota Johnson's an American dancer, and she goes to Berlin to this prestige dancing school where she meets Mia Goth and Chloe Grace Moretz and stuff. They're dancers there, and you're kind of you're pretty much know right away this school's run by witches, just because there's this really cool dance scene that Dakota Johnson does, where she's dancing and you see this other chick in like this room, and when she dances her moves, she kind of twists this girl in all these weird ways and kills her, and it really plays up the witch part more than the first Suspiria, which I give this more points for. I like the fact that it plays more the witch aspect of it, where the first one it takes a while and you're kind of left wondering and all that. This one's really straightforward. It's run by a coven, and there's like Chloe Grace Moretz is trying to expose it, talking to this therapist dude, and he's kind of talking to Mia Goth later in the film, trying to get her out of the dance school, trying to figure out what's going on. And then there's some weird ties with him in the school that you realize later. And there's that's one thing I could say about this film is there's a lot more backstory. There's a lot more subplots. There's a lot more story. It's more thick than the original Suspiria. I thought the effects were done really well for the most part. There's like this neck slit decapitation type scene. You'll know when you see it that I thought the blood looked a little too CGI-ish. But other than that, that was the only scene that really stuck out to me as looking fake. But as far as the other things go, the effects were really good. I thought the acting was really good, pretty much on all fronts. Mia Goth really stood out to me. Dakota Johnson never did really anything for me, and it's the same way here. She's whatever. But Mia Goth really stood out to me for some reason. And so did, what the hell is her name? The chick who plays the head woman. I can't remember her name. Tilda Swinton. She really sticks out too, especially because she plays three roles. She plays Mother Tenenbaum, or whatever the main witch's name is. She plays the old man therapist, and she plays the head of this school. So she did a really good job. I thought she was pretty sinister as the head honcho at this school. But as far as that goes, it was a pretty entertaining movie. I mean, I like the fact that they didn't do any of the bright, crazy colors like Argento did, just because you kind of do want something different. So instead, they go with really muted, like cold colors. There's no flashy colors at all. But, I did dig it, but, I still like the original Suspiria better. And I gotta say, I don't like the fact that they say you're either gonna love it or hate it, because I don't feel that way. I didn't love it and I didn't hate it. You know what I mean? I'm right in the middle. So, it's that kind of movie for me. It's whatever. I figure a lot of horror fans should see it just because it is a big horror film for this year, and it's a remake kind of a big horror film. So I think you definitely got to see it, make up your own opinion about it. Like I said, there are a lot of people that are praising it. It made a lot of people's top 10 of 2018. So I definitely say give it a try. Find it at Best Buy for $15 or whatever. I mean, it's not shit. It's a decent horror film. If the first one wasn't around, I would probably like it a little better. My opinion, I wish a different director would have done it, maybe. I don't know. There's something about it. I think it's just the length. Just 2.5 hours, a lot of pointless stuff in it, in my opinion. Some people may disagree with that. Some people may like all the war stuff and all the little subplots that don't really have to do with anything. then, you know, some people may like that, where I just didn't, you know. Now, as far as the transfer goes, I thought it was a really good transfer. Nothing really stood out to me that was bad. I mean, this was filmed, I think, on 35 millimeter film, so you do get the grain. It has a filmic look, which I do appreciate when directors actually put stuff on film. As far as special features go, it's got the making of Suspiria, the secret language of dance, and the transformations of Suspiria. Now, I really wish this would have got a 4K release. I would have picked it up in a second, because there is a set piece at the end when you finally meet the head witch woman, the Mother Tenenbaum, or whatever her name was, at the end, and there's like this big ritual thing going on at the end. It's really beautiful looking, but really kind of disgusting and sinister looking too. I do like that ending, but the thing is, though, I like the ending of Suspiria, the original, better. I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, if the first one wasn't around, I would love this movie, but it's just, the first one's around, so it's just meh to me. But yeah, that was just my quick review of Suspiria. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.